What is up, ladies and dickheads? bakerXderek here. And today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be going to Guitar Center to and get some strings. And we're going to do a little fucking guitar maintenance today. Something a little different. And I thought, what better fucking time to bring out good old Big Bertha, aka the good old ZX10. I don't think Big Bertha's her name. I've really never named this motorcycle. I also haven't had In-N-Out Burger in a real long time, and I feel like a bimbo. So I should be sitting in the back of that truck on the way there, but I'm finna go get me some In-N-Out. It's been a while. So I figure it wouldn't hurt doing a little video like this. You know, if any of you guys play any fucking guitar, or you fucking interested in playing guitar in the future, or just so happen to just be interested in figuring out how this shit works, and the things you have to do to guitars to make them so fluidly good to be played and shit and sound so good and sound their best. Contrary to belief, there's so many little things that's involved in a guitar to make it play its absolute best. Everything down to intonation, everything down to the quality of strings, everything down to the nut filing, everything to the tuning pegs, to the truss rod adjustment. So today we're going to be like I said, I'm going to get some strings, and then after that, once we get to the house, we're going to switch over to the fucking DSLR and show you guys how to do this shit, and show you guys the importances of good old guitar maintenance. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done a lot of this shit, going to Guitar Center, going to fucking In-N-Out. So those of you that followed me on Instagram will see that I pulled the DR200 out of the garage. A lot of you guys were still surprised that I even had it still. That was funny, because I thought, I guess some of you guys must have assumed that I must have just sold it and got rid of it once I never really popped open. I don't know, but I had a fucking hair up my ass to just pull that thing out and just say, shit, what do I have to lose to just take apart the side cases of the motor just to see inside of it, see if I can't find anything. Well, the stator side was completely clean, nothing going on. The right side crank, I have to actually try again to get off. It was stuck on there pretty good. I didn't attempt the good old hammer trick I should have. But I checked under the valve caps, and I saw one video on YouTube where this guy had this issue. It sounded just like mine, where he was finding fucking metal shavings in the damn motor and stuff. And what happened with this guy's DR200 though was his valve shot right through the piston and shit, just destroyed the whole entire fucking top end of the motor. So I was like, fuck, let me at least check my valves. And thankfully my valves were there on top, so I'm narrowing down the DR200 issues to the piston. But in terms of like rebuilding a motor, I'm extremely like unconfident in doing a job like that. I've never done a job like that. It would literally be a job of me like fucking looking at the book, and because I do have the service manual for it, thankfully. I have to dig it up and find it, but I do have it. The only shitty part about the DR200 is it's so hard for me to find like good parts for it, you know what I'm saying? Everything's pretty much that I find on eBay is used, and shit, now new motors are costing like $1,500 for that bike on eBay. Not new motors, but used motors pulled off a bike. I paid $1,300 for that bike. So you can see where I might not follow through with fixing that bike, because I don't know, man. I can't really see the dexterity of this damage. Damn, did they pave this finally? This used to be like fucking garbage of an off-ramp. Damn it. I literally had to choose like lunch hour, like literally noon, to go out and do this like an idiot. Now everybody's trying to like get some fucking pho mai and shit and dip their dick beaters in noodles. For how fucking beautiful this bike sounded. I like how there's a literal green arrow and no one's going. tighter than a nun's asshole. Man, I have like almost no energy because I'm super hungry. See, I even said stupor hungry instead of super hungry. It's cool to see a lot of the snow staying on the mountain, but shit, even now it's already mostly fucking melted off. Shit melts fast. I was wanting to bring the drone out today and get some ZX-10 shots with it, but it's like windier than a tornado queef right now. Oh, they finally fucking paved that damn hole in the ground right there in the corner after the what? How many years was that thing in the hole in the ground right there? And I went over it so many times in my videos, it's like you couldn't even count it. Shit. Ooh, get some front row parking up in this bitch. Alright guys, be right back. Yeah. Alright, so these are the basic strings I get. So when I have my guitars that are tuned to standard E or drop D, these are the strings I use. And basically on the when I do drop C tunings or lower, I use the yellow pack, which is basically a 46 to I believe 11. You know, I do like the like whenever I do want to spend the extra few doll hairs for some good ass strings, I do grab the Elixir strings. Those are probably my favorite strings out there, but they cost like $13 a pack, so you know it can get pricey if you have multiple guitars and you want to throw them on there. So I might from time to time buy one of those packs for like one of my main bitch guitars, like my red Fender. I'm playing that one mostly because it's like my my universal guitar, because it literally can cover fucking heaviest of metal to fucking literal single coil blues, because I have a split coil switch on it, and it's the some Seymour Duncan JB set, which is one of the most common sets there are out there. Oh god, I totally forgot about how it is to get out of here. Oh god, look at this cancerous setup here. Look, they don't have stopping coming in, but we do. And then like for us to pull out, it's an endless influx of cars here. Like you literally have to be an asshole and just pull out in front of hose. So look at this old lady. Look, she's fucking creeping out. She's not even trying to fucking sit. She's like, nope, I'm gonna juke her. Watch. I don't care, I'm creeping on the side of this. Oh shit, the ground's all lifted up in between and making me all fly over.
What the fucking shit?
Oh man, if I didn't have a bike in this area, I'd be fucking shitting in my hand and throwing at people. Cocksucker! You know what? I'm gonna do what I shouldn't do, but I have to do. I'm gonna get this shit to go. Oh shit, there's front row parking right there. Damn, I'll let you guys see what this looks like real quick, because you guys don't get to experience this. You out here, that double, extra grilled onions, extra chopped chilies, light lettuce, no tomato. I'm about to get home real quick. See, In-N-Out's something you get and you eat like right away, so kind of going against the fucking spirit here with this one, but to fucking avoid being in this shithole, man, people literally like sit on each other's dicks in here just to fucking be able to sit and find somewhere to sit in here. Oh man, daylight savings time finally happened. You know what? I dig this time frame more. I like it getting dark later in the day. It's so much better. I gotta make sure there's no cops here, because I'm about to just say fuck this, because ain't no one trying to wait for this. They should just title this bike the Impatience Mobile, because that's all it really is. That should be the fucking model of this bike, the Kawasaki Impatience Mobile, because you can just slingshot yourself through any little fucking situation. Oh shit. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. I almost cream pied that truck with my teeth. Hey, I'm gonna get over, okay?
Shove that bike up!
Damn, Model S. I just saw the prices of those today on Twitter out of nowhere. They were like showing them. Man, those Model S's are $80,000 cars. Holy shit. That's a pricey ass meatball right there, baby. I always liked those little fucking cars. I don't know why. I've always been a fan of those little like compact cars like CRXs and Miatas and all that shit. I'm all trying to go, thanks man, and my arm's just getting ripped off by the wind. Damn, another Tesla? Man, Teslas are even getting big out here in San Bernardino. They're like the new Prius because they're going this slow in the carpool lane. We're in the carpool lane, they're going this slow. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you get over. I feel like I just bullied him out of the lane because he sees me doing this shit. He sees me just like jacking some air dick off. Oh, I'm wondering why it's so windy. I'm literally going against the headwind. Giggity. I gotta be all aerodynamic like this. Get a little speed out of our system there. Forget how monstrous these bikes are all the time. This bike's fucking 13 years old. And she still pulls like a fucking freight train.
Alright, ladies and dickheads, we are now out here outside enjoying this fine windy day. Thankfully I got a good little fucking microphone on, so it should fucking work. So we're going to be going ahead and changing out the strings on my 1994 fucking black label Fender Strat here. We were going to do some sort of pickup work, but this one really doesn't need it. This one just has the split coil tone knob right here, splitting the pickups in half, therefore making a single coil pickup. And that's why I said this is basically my all-around guitar, because like I said, I could split the coil and simply fucking bust some single coil ropes, or I could pop it in, put it in drop D and play some fucking heavy ass shit and everything in between. So that's the best setup to me personally for an all-around guitar. Nice little easy set of JBs on there, a fucking nice split coil pot like this, easily splitting the thing. This was a little like a kill switch to go make it like go off and on to do those funny effects, but felt like it was killing the signal a little bit, so I went ahead and disconnected it, so that button really is there just for show. But this is the Fender Strat that was called a Squire series back in the day. I'll go ahead and tell the story as we're going ahead and doing this, but everything else this has is just I put a roller bearing nut on her, and that made a world of difference. And she just has every bit of wiring inside is redone with thick ass fucking vintage wire, and she's got a orange cap in her, and that's pretty much it. And a Fender whatchamacallit, a way better switch is what I'm trying to say. And I have a thicker block in my bridge for more sustain and better tone, and that's pretty much all. So the first thing I like to get done here is you don't want to take all your strings at once, because it's going to take off a lot of the relief off your neck, and that causes your neck relief to basically go out within the neck. So what you want to do is start basically taking it off one string at a time. I'll just start from bottom up, top, bottom, whatever the fuck it may be, but I always take off one string at a time and then kind of work my way forward from there. We're going to be putting on the good old Ernie Ball slinky ropes, the 9-42s. Pretty much anything I have, like I said earlier, E standard or drop D, I have these on, and I just go up with it, like, I think it's the next level string, 46 to 11 is the one I use for my drop C guitars. So today we're going to be putting these guys on. For those of you that's never strung a guitar, for those of you that are novices with guitars, you'll have like a nice little Tone profile, this one pretty much is all high output. Pretty standard fucking strings out here. I think Kirk Hammett even uses these. Look at all that. All those names are people that use these strings. These are pretty fucking well off. They're not expensive, but they do the job. They're just perfect for what you need. Right here, you'll have them clearly labeled, 42, 32, 24, all the way down, depending on what gauge you buy. Obviously, top, this is going from the top string all the way down in order. So, I mean, if you don't know what strings which and you're new to stringing guitars and say this is your first time, you're gonna wanna make sure you keep these in order so you don't accidentally put the wrong string on which. But if you know what you're doing, I mean, it shouldn't really matter at that point. But always make sure you keep these in order if this is like your first time and you're not too familiar or comfortable stringing your own shit. All right, I'm gonna start right here. I have this nice little tool. These are so fucking awesome. This is a priceless tool that I use. You just simply stick it on the back of any little drill bit and it lets you do your tuners. I use these really low power ones because you don't want to just like fucking use a like a fucking NASCAR drill to take your damn pegs off your thing. So you want to use something really nice and low powered, but I use this guy, this little Black & Decker pecker wrecker of a screwdriver, and it does the job just fine. And right there, it's boom, it's already unwinded. All right, now what I have on my guitar that might be different from some of you guys is I have these Fender locking nuts. Let me see if I can show you guys. Yeah, I have these Fender locking nuts right here, and basically these pretty much eliminate the need to wind up an entire string. You simply just unscrew these guys, they loosen up, and then the string just pops out right on the other end. And what that's gonna do, as you can see here, it's gonna increase your tuning stability because you don't have a bunch of winds over your string. Therefore, it's literally coming right out the end, right down to the nut, right over the nut. There's no crinks, there's no bend. And that's why this guitar, I can literally take it off the wall if I haven't even played it in a month, and it's always in tune because we got a flush flow over the guitar nut right here. And as long as the guitar is well intonated and the bridge is seat well, and you got good saddles, these Fender saddles usually do it good for me. I never went out of my way to upgrade those more than I have, but that's what really helps a lot with your tuning stability as well. Obviously, there are methods for winding your string with normal tuners that help you as well to have a nice solid lock. Unfortunately for this video, I won't be able to go through those because I have locking tuners. I throw these on all my guitars, just not only for the ease of tuning, it's just, like I said, it's that simple where you just, I'm gonna unscrew the bottom right here, unscrew it, and what it's doing is there's a little post in that little tuning peg that pinches the string, and then, oh, a little more loosening. And then boom, string's out. And then you're gonna feed it. Right here you see where it's coming out. And boom, there's one of your strings taken out. So this is why you wanna check your intonation, because now that the string's out, not pushing pressure on the saddle, I mean, it is really tight right here, but once this is out and loose, it gives the spring a little bit of leeway to move the screw around just a tad, and that's enough to throw your intonation out. So that's why you always want to check your intonation after you string up a guitar, because that could always get fiddled with. But we'll check that after we're done here. So pretty much, we're going to go ahead and repeat that process for all the rest of the strings and get her restrung. So now I'm grabbing my 42, which is my top string, take her out, slide her back in as I took her out. And we're gonna slide her back through the bottom of the bridge, put her back in as we came out, and tighten it up. Right here, feeding her right back through the top. Right through the bearing nut here. Not gonna death grip it, but we're gonna make sure she's nice and snug here. And as she's snug, I'm gonna tighten up the bottom part, right under the string. Make sure she's nice on there, tighten it up, give myself a nice little bend upwards, then give her a little, oop, wrong way. Boom, one string down, tightened up. And from that point forward, we're literally gonna continue that step. So I'll check back in with you guys when we're all done here. Alright guys, now that we're approaching this last string, and I can't believe I chose to do this on a fucking day that's windier than shit. These things keep flying off of my fucking shit. I had to put them in my pocket. I'll tell you guys the quick story about this guitar. So basically in 1994, 1995, the Mexico Fender factory, there's American-made Fender Strats, there's Mexican-made, and then there's Chinese-made nowadays. I think they're Korean or something. I don't remember back then, but there was the Mexican ones, in my opinion, are just as good quality as the American, just right under the quality bar. The only difference is the electronics and pickups, which, as you see, it's so simple to do for mediocre money. I have Seymour Duncan pots. These cost $10 a piece. This is a what the fuck is this? I forget what company this is. I think it's DiMarzio push pull knob. So that's what that is. Seymour Duncan set costs $100. I mean, so pretty much $120 plus some wiring. I mean, and I made this Mexican Strat sound like a beast. If you guys will follow me on Instagram with all my countless guitar covers I have on there, you'll see this guitar a lot. But anyways, during that Fender factory tour, or I'm sorry, that Fender factory fire, obviously they weren't able to make their Mexican guitars. So this is when that Corona, California, which is actually right up from me, started using their overstocked American necks and American bodies. So essentially, for the 94, 95, and the black label on the Fender right here is pretty much the dead giveaway of those. And then there's a thing called Squire Series. Those of you that are familiar with guitars know that Squires are pretty much your budget guitars nowadays. Well, this isn't that type of a Squire. This is different as shit. This is like an American quality guitar, but it just so happened to have Squire Series on there. And yeah, after I found out what now all across. So one thing I like to do with some fresh strings, I simply give it a nice little aggressive pull all down the thing. And what this is going to do is going to pre-stretch them for you so they don't go out of tune as much as they will if you don't do this. They sell tools for these where you stick them under and you lift up, but I mean, I just like to make sure I do it around the nut area, push down on these up here, just giving them a nice stretch, you know what I'm saying? That way the guitar don't go out of tune on you for the first few times you're playing it. Now to give you guys a quick rundown on the intonation, what you're going to do is you're going to have it plugged into your tuner, and this is a simple thing I can explain to you right here without actually doing it. All you need for this is simply a tuner and a screwdriver. Now you're going to want a screwdriver pertaining to whatever you have back here. Mine is a Phillips head, being a Strat bridge right here, so I'll have Phillips. And what these saddles do is give you your perfect intonation. So if you're hitting any chord, everything's gonna be tonally perfect in your chord when your guitar is perfectly intonated. You can literally have the shittiest guitar, yet if it's perfectly set up and intonated, it will still play and sound beautiful. So simply, how to intonate your guitar, I would say I'm gonna have E, A, D, G, B, E standard tuning. I'm gonna go boom, E. It's gonna say E on my tuner where it's in tune. Now from that point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold down the 12th fret very soft with my finger, making sure I'm doing this as soft as possible, right in tune, without making sure I'm not putting up or down on the string, like straight down on there, just nice pressure where you know you're just gently setting it down. You're gonna pluck the string again and make sure that your tuner says E in tune as it was when you hit it open. So therefore, if you hit it open and it's perfectly in E, and you hit it with the 12th fret pressed and it's perfectly in E, congratulations, your string is intonated. You're gonna do that all the way down, and I can guarantee if you guys have never intonated your guitar, you don't even know what intonation is, this is one of the biggest mistakes beginner guitar players don't learn about, is intonation. It's a very, very, very vital to a guitar sounding its absolute prime. You know, pickups, all the electronics, that's just juicifying the tone. But to make the guitar sound good and play good, you need to do these little things like intonation, your truss rod adjustment. I have a tool that I set on my thing, and it literally is the perfect curvature that the neck needs to be. And then I would adjust this nut right here, giving it quarter turns at a time to make my neck give it that perfect bow. All necks are never straight. All necks are gonna have a slight bow in it. That's just how they're supposed to be. So another thing you want to check every once in a while is your truss rod. Thankfully on Fenders, they're stupidly easy to do. You literally do it right there. It's like an Allen wrench key. And you have to buy this thing that goes over this. It literally sets on your thing. I'll show it to you in a little bit. But as for the intonation, just make sure, make sure this is the same in tune as when you're hitting the string open. So therefore, if this is a little sharp or a little flat, what you're gonna do is you're gonna loosen or tighten this in accordance to either sharpen it up or flatten it up to get it back even. And then you're gonna restring your string, hit it open again, make sure it's tuned, hit 12th fret, and then you're gonna adjust those saddles until your 12th fret, when you're holding the 12th fret, it's perfectly in tune as much as you hit it open. So those of you that's never intonated your guitars, go ahead and try that, and you tell me your guitar doesn't sound better afterwards. All right guys, and this is the tool I was telling you about for your truss rod adjustments. It's literally a big looks like a big ruler that basically sits right here on your neck. And what I would do is I would follow that underneath, and if there's any gaps in that, which there might be right now because my guitar ain't in tuned yet, I would adjust my truss rod to make sure that the bow of the neck fits perfectly with this tool. Now for your neck adjustments, you are going to need this tool. This is really something you can't really do by eye perfectly. It's worth just buying one of these. They're really, really cheap. This is a neck check guitar tool. It covers my 24 fret Jacksons all the way down to my Strats. So definitely give that a go if you guys haven't bought one of those yet. And that being said, that is how I would string my guitars and then do my little checks. So therefore, once I have my shit strung, my intonation checked, my neck checked, she's gonna be fucking singing like the wind. Let's go give her a listen now, shall we?
All right, so our baby's tuned up, and you can just hear the beauty of the new strings and intonation. Here, every chord's just beautiful and just sounds complete and in tune. That's what intonation does for you. All right, since we got intonation, we can just play beautiful chords.
Yeah.